What is the meaning of growth? For me, growth means changing my behavior based on external circumstances or internal revelations. In this video, I want to take you guys on a journey of my physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional growth. Growing up, I was a really chubby kid. It wasn't until the age of 17 that I managed to lose some weight and started working out properly in a gym. My main goal behind going to a gym was actually building bigger muscles so that I can get more girls. But neither of those goals actually did come true. After 6 years of inconsistent training and crash dieting later, I did build a decent physique. But I forgot to train the two most important muscles of the human body, the mind and the heart. 2023 August. I bid my parents farewell and I flew to the United States of America with a strong body but a weak mind.
Flight 381, request permission for landing.
So, after weeks of trying to stay consistent with my exercise and diet, I finally succumbed to the distractions of the world. I started going out with my friends, I started eating a lot of fast food, I started drinking alcohol, and I lost my purpose. All of a sudden, my life was going down this drain and I did not know what to do with it because I had no one to guide me. I had no one to tell me the difference between the right and wrong, and I had no one to look up to and motivate myself in a given day. January 2024, luckily, I got the most desirable part time job, which was at the recreational facility of the University of Florida as an operations associate. And this was the first time that I actually saw a ray of hope for myself. So after seeing college kids work out at 5:30 a.m. in the morning, I finally got back my motivation. I started working out again. I started reading a lot of books, started listening to a lot of podcasts, put my mind back into the zone where it should have been in the first place. And by the time I actually realized this, the last semester of my first year of masters had ended and summer had finally begun. So summer 2024 came with interesting surprises. I was promoted to a supervisor position at my part-time job. I was suddenly so invigorated. By the time the summer ended, I had completed over half a dozen of books. I had probably listened to 100 plus hours of podcast, and I got into running. And I'm going to be honest, running was difficult at first, but it changed my life. And I'm also really excited to announce that I will be running my first half marathon in November. I lift 4 days a week, mainly focusing on compound movements and muscular endurance. And at the same time, I run 5 to 6 days a week, which is like a perfect balance for me. And I'm really enjoying it. But for me, the number one lesson that running taught me was endurance. Endurance does not just mean being able to run far. Endurance teaches you to endure life itself. There are days when you don't want to wake up. There are days when you don't feel like doing anything. Endurance teaches you to push past those days. Just keep moving forward. Momentum is one of the biggest forces on this planet. Once you build the momentum, no one can stop you. Finally, I'm in a position in life where I feel that I have built this momentum. Staying alone mostly for the last 3 months and realizing who I truly want to be and being with myself in solitude taught me how to endure life, how to stick to my purpose, and how to take life head on without giving up. Now I wake up around 5 to 5:30 a.m. every single morning. I'll have my warm water. I'll have a cup of coffee in case I feel I need it. I would straight up prepare my electrolyte drink and journal while sipping that drink. Usually head out for my morning run. And that is honestly the most serene and beautiful time of my day. I get to see the sun rise, and this has been extremely vitalizing for me. When you see the sun rise early in the morning, you feel like you've conquered the entire world. You feel like you can do anything and that everything is possible. And that confidence builds on top of itself day in and day out. And what I want to share through this video is that growth does not mean being occasionally great. Growth means being consistently good, showing up every single day when you feel like you cannot do something, showing up every single day knowing that every single rep that you put into life will compound over the next years, decades, and this will reap you benefits over time. There was this really awesome quote that I heard the other day. It said, "You start dying when you stop growing."